Hey everyone, it's Greg from Greg and Ryan's Game Ready. We are reviewing the Humble Bundle for March, and here are the videos available in a few parts.
This is Ageless. This is a platformer style game, and it's for anyone who likes to do a lot of puzzles and basically just jumping, clicking, navigating the world up, down, left, right. There's no 3D aspect to this, no real immersion to it. Gameplay's fairly simplistic. As you can see from it, it's a lot of puzzles that are just based on a couple powers you have. So you can increase the time or decrease the time, the age of the plants, and you use this to solve the puzzles or to complete the levels. The complexity of the game isn't really, it's simple in everything it does. The puzzles can be very tricky at times. I don't claim to be the smartest person in the world, and it shows in this game where I struggled more often than I feel I should have. It's an 8-bit game. It's kind of the thing that everyone does when they're small developers. I think it works fine. It's smooth. The gameplay is easy to play because of it. There isn't a lot of replayability in this because once you know the puzzle, you know the puzzle. You're not going to go back to it and say, oh, I'm going to do this puzzle again. I guess there might be different ways to do some of the puzzles in later levels. I just don't see that being the case in this game. Overall opinion, is it a fun game? Yes. Like it is. It's a decent game. It's got its quirks, it's got its charms. I actually did flip to a keyboard and controller just to try it, and I didn't find I gained or lost anything. Value-wise, this game's price tag is $17.49 Canadian. To me, it's a little steep for this game. To me, I think there are better games out there for that much money, and as for one of your humble picks, I would probably pass on this one unless it's your genre.
Each bit of the story is revealed as you accomplish tasks, is that you actually learn during the game the skills that you need. I started out on the keyboard, and as much fun as the keyboard is, I flipped over to a PS5 controller afterwards because I kind of wanted that immersion. You harness the power of fire, and you use that power to cause distractions to burn your enemies or obstacles to achieve the puzzles within the game. You don't get all of the commands at once. There's training within the game, and I really like that. It's smooth and it's well done. You need to learn only a few skills, not a combination of skills. It's not a Street Fighter where you have to do a bunch of skills together in order to make something happen. The graphics are 8-bit, and actually it reminds me of Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo. That's actually, I think, what hooked me in this game is this side-scroller style. You have only a few skills, but going through the game is so much fun. Yeah, I tell you what, this game did hook me. I played it for 2 hours straight the first time. It wasn't bogged down to the verbal diarrhea of the last game of Pester Quest, where it was just all dialogue and no action. The original value for the game is 17.49 Canadian, and I feel that's out of touch. That's 2 weeks of Timmy's for all of us. And you know what? It's roll up the rim time. So how do you balance that out? If it was $10, I would definitely pick up this game.
So the next game on the review list is Cyberhook. I've played this game for a good couple hours, and I found it pretty fun and enjoyable. It's basically a first-person platformer speedrun style game. It's for anyone who enjoyed the old Mario Kart. If you love Mario Kart, you love doing the ghost runs and seeing if you could beat the time. It was very gratifying when you had that perfect run in it. Gameplay-wise, you have 3 tools. You got your laser blaster, you got your grappling hook, and you can slow time. The slow time really helps you to figuring out what you have to do next when you're in midair on the first time you make the run. Just makes it so much easier to actually complete it. The complexity and depth of this, there's not complexity and depth. You are running as fast as you can, trying to get the best time to open up other levels. Do it quick, do it fast, try to be awesome because it's fun. Graphics, It's got a futuristic Tron style graphics, but I say futuristic, 80s futuristic, very Star Fox-esque. There's nothing wrong with that though. It looks fine, and it doesn't clutter the game, right? It makes it very easy to figure out where you're going to next and what you're planning on doing. Trying to beat that fastest track time. But I mean, there's only so many times you can do that, right? So I don't see a lot of replayability in this game. I do see, a reasonable amount of enjoyment for some people though. My overall opinion on this game is basically it's missing something. It's a bonus part of a game. Just like Mario Kart, just like I was saying, Ghost Runs were an extra part of the game that people love to do. It wasn't the game. And that's what this is. Value-wise, this game also retails for $17.49 Canadian. And I find that extremely steep for how much is there in the game. It's very one-dimensional. I mean, I think your money's best spent elsewhere. I wouldn't recommend it.